Hi, my name is Lori Ropa, and I'm the Executive Director of the Arc that serves Jeffco, Clear Creek, and Gilman counties. The Arc is an organization that serves people with autism, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, and countless other intellectual and developmental disabilities. We are really focused on the individuals themselves and what they can achieve. We always look at the ability and not the disability. And what can that person have in their life to make it whole and meaningful and make them successful in their world. And we provide 3 types of services. So we provide individual advocacy, meaning you have a challenge and you need us to help you through that. We have training and education, so we provide that for families and individuals with disabilities, whom we refer to as self-advocates. So we do self-advocate training as well as family trainings. And then we have that third piece where we're trying to change the world and make our community a better, more welcoming place for all people, but particularly people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I would say the first thing is to value the individuals that you have working with you. That no organization, excuse me, no organization is able to really succeed without great people. And to have great people, you have to keep them engaged and feeling good about the work that they're doing. And that's a critical part of success. So making your folks feel that they're part of something big and important, and that they're coming to work today, every single day, it matters. It matters. They make a big difference in what the organization's able to achieve. Communication is really critical, and it's really one of the reasons why we engaged Office Evolution. And I know that we're going to talk about that in a minute, but I think it's really important to talk about in terms of business tips, because we were at a point where we could only afford to engage a live receptionist for 3 hours a day in our office. And when people call us, they're in crisis. There's nobody who calls us to say, hey, everything is going great, we have all the services we need, our individual is absolutely welcome and integrated into the community, and yay, everything's perfect, right? Nobody calls us for that reason. They call us because they need support. And when somebody contacts us and would get press 1, press 2, press 27, and you may get eventually to the person that you think you should be talking to, their level of frustration would escalate. And for the people that we serve in particular, whose lives are already complicated and challenging, we didn't need to add to that, right? It was our job to make sure that they knew that we were there for them. And so that communication, that live person, that warm body who says, I'm here, I hear you, you're important, and we're gonna make sure that somebody returns that call. And then we follow through on that. That's a really important piece of it. It's really critical to making sure that your community feels like a community, or in the case of a for-profit business, your customers feel like your customers. They're not just some extraneous people who happen to contact you. So the Arc was formed 50 years ago when people with intellectual and developmental disabilities were typically institutionalized. Parents came together and they said, we want more for our kids. And that seed of those parents coming together developed this organization that today is serving close to 1,000 people with individual advocacy every year. We work on issues that range from housing to employment to just day-to-day living, individuals in schools and the education that they're receiving and the appropriateness of the supports that they're getting to make sure that they can be successful in the community. We want the community to know that we're here for them. We're here to serve. Everyone knows someone with a disability. Particularly, you hear a lot in the news about autism. The incidence rate is now 1 in 68, which is incredibly high. But we know the impact that advocacy has on the lives of people with disabilities, in particular, more recently, autism, which is coming up more and more. We also want the community to know that we want them to be a part of what goes on at the Arc. So we have events in the summer, we have a large picnic, we have a holiday open house. We want the broader community to come and be with us and get to know the folks that are part of the Arc, because they're part of the community. And so we want everybody to be together and learn about one another. Hopefully we'll see people engaged in employment because they've met someone. Hopefully we'll see more people involved in recreation. You don't know what will come from that. But you do know that opening the doors can only bring good things. Quite honestly, it's the caliber of people that we've been working with. The individuals that have been engaged to answer phones for us. We have a great trust for one another and respect for one another, and they are a part of our team, and they know that. I've gone up to visit them at least once a year. I go see them and thank them for the work that they're doing, because it matters. It matters greatly to the people that we serve, and I would say that each and every one of them feels invested in our mission, and for us to have a business partner that is so invested in our mission, it means the world. It really does. One of the drivers for us was that as a small local organization, and we serve 3 counties, we wanted an organization that had a local presence and a local feel. And I did investigate other services that were outside of our community, but because we have a mission that is so community focused, we wanted to make sure that our services were being rendered within our community. And Office Evolution fit that bill. They had the right attitude in addition to the right location, and so it was a natural fit.